Today, I wish to start with one theory concept from a chapter, Admission of a Partner. The theory concept is goodwill and its accounting effect. Observe the chart that I have prepared for explaining the concept of goodwill accounting in case of admission of a partner. Goodwill and its accounting effect in a situation where a new partner is admitted in a partnership firm. For that purpose, in your textbook, they have identified two methods for goodwill accounting. The methods are, one is known as premium method. This premium method is suggested to be applied in particular when goodwill is brought in cash by a new partner. So when goodwill is brought in cash by a new partner, you are advised to apply premium method. The second method is revaluation method. Goodwill not brought in cash when a new partner is admitted in a partnership firm and he is not bringing a specific amount for goodwill. He is not bringing in cash the goodwill amount. In such situation, you are advised to apply the revaluation method. So understand one thing, there are two methods for accounting for goodwill. One is premium method, second is revaluation method. Now, premium method is applied when the new partner brings his share of goodwill in cash. Revaluation method is applied when the new partner does not bring his share of goodwill in cash. Now, in this premium method, there are two situations exist in the old partnership firm. When goodwill account is not there in the books of the partnership firm, now there is a partnership firm existing, new partner is admitted. New partner is admitted, he brings cash for goodwill. And goodwill balance, goodwill account is not there in the old partnership firm. When the goodwill account is not there in the books of old partnership firm. So what's the situation? First situation, new partner brings cash for his share in goodwill. Goodwill does not appear in the books at the time of admission of a partner. Now, second situation, when goodwill account is there in the books of the partnership firm. So, in partnership firm books of accounts, goodwill account is there. New partner brings his share of goodwill in cash. This is the second situation that we are going to discuss. So, there are two methods of accounting of goodwill, premium method, revaluation method. In premium method, what is the peculiarity? New partner brings cash for goodwill. Goodwill is not there in the balance sheet, goodwill is there in the balance sheet. So this is the first option that I am going to discuss. In this second option, after admission, what partners decide? If partner decide to maintain the goodwill at its old value, how the accounting is to be made, or if the partners decide to maintain the new value of goodwill in the balance sheet, how should it be accounted for? So how am I going to discuss the theory first? Goodwill brought in cash, goodwill is not there in the books. First situation. Second, goodwill brought in cash, goodwill is there in the books of the firm and goodwill maintained at old value. So this is the first method, this is the second method. This is the third method, this I am going to discuss, goodwill maintained at new value. Now, see, I am just giving you the various permutations in which I am going to discuss the theory for goodwill. And I have specifically designed this chart in light of the theory explained in your textbook. So, textbook is the basis on which I am explaining this theory. If I am required to explain this same concept, there can be a different mode of explanation. But I have confined myself to your textbook because this is a DVD that I am designing for 12th standard Gujarat board. Revaluation method, goodwill is not brought in cash. When the goodwill account is not there in the books of the partnership, same option. So goodwill account is not there. Goodwill account is not there. But this option is in premium method. This option is in revaluation method. Goodwill account is there in the books of the partnership firm. So these and these are same. These and these are same. But here these two options are under premium method. Here these two options are under revaluation method. Now, when the goodwill account is there in the books of the firm, then there are three situations. The new value of goodwill determined at the time of admission of a partner is known as new value. And the value of goodwill that exists in the books of the firm before admission is known as old value. So determined value means new value of goodwill is equal to the disclosed value in the books of the firm. So new value of goodwill that is determined at the time of admission of a firm. Old value of goodwill means goodwill that already exists in the balance sheet of the old firm. When the new value of goodwill and the old value of goodwill is same, how should we go for its accounting? This is the option that we are going to consider. In case of B, if the determined value of the goodwill is more than the old disclosed value in the books of the accounts, so the new value determined at the time of admission of a partner is greater than value that already exists or disclosed in the balance sheet of a new firm, that is less than the determined value, or the determined value is greater than book value. And the third, when the determined revalued value of goodwill is less than the old disclosed value in the books of the firm. So this is the chart that I am going to discuss here before you for goodwill accounting. How many options I am going to consider? One. First option, goodwill brought in cash when the goodwill is not there in the books of the firm. And second option, goodwill is brought in cash, goodwill is there in the books of the firm and old value is to be disclosed. So this is first option, this is second option, this is the third option. This is the fourth option, this is the fifth option, this is the sixth option, this is the seventh option. This is how I am going to discuss the concept of goodwill accounting for admission of a partner. Let me start with the first one now. For that, so this is the first situation that I take. I'll explain the theory thereof. Then I will take small practical sum to explain the concept, and then I will give you a reference that which are the sums from DVD you are supposed to solve after learning this first method. Observe it. This is what I want to discuss. See, it has started blinking. When goodwill is not there in the books of the firm, goodwill brought in cash. When goodwill is not there in the books of the firm, goodwill is brought in cash. Means no goodwill account exists in the books of the firm, and new partner brings his share of goodwill in cash, either in cash or in kind. He brings his share of goodwill in cash or in kind. Now to explain this, what are the steps to be followed? Write the entry for cash brought in by a new partner for goodwill or premium. For that, cash and bank account is debited. When new partner brings cash in the partnership firm receives cash, cash is received, real account, debit what comes in, cash account debit. Now after debiting cash account with the goodwill brought by a new partner, whose account is to be credited? Find share in profit sacrificed by each old partner and determine the sacrificing ratio. Distribute the goodwill or premium brought by a new partner in profit sacrificing ratio to sacrificing partners. For that, sacrificing partners' capital account is to be credited. So whatever the cash is brought by a new partner or goodwill, that is to be distributed among sacrificing partners in the ratio of sacrifice. And sacrificing partners' capital account is to be credited for the share that they get out of goodwill brought by a new partner. Now, with this concept, for that you should refer to sum number 10, 11, 12 and 13, which are already there in this DVD, self-learning DVD. So after this theory, you should refer to some number 10, 11, 12 and 13. But in spite of that, let me explain this concept by taking one small practical illustration. When share sacrificed by the old partners is not specified, this we have discussed in the other theory part, and that is already there in the DVD. See, we are required to find out the sacrificing ratio. We are not given the details of share sacrifice. Then what is the sacrificing ratio? Old ratio is the sacrificing ratio. It is presumed that the old partners will sacrifice in favor of new partner in the old profit sharing ratio. Let me take the illustration. A and B are the partners of a firm. They are the old partners. They share profits and losses 60%, 40%. So 3:2 is their profit sharing ratio. New partner C is admitted. He brings 10,000 for 20% share in goodwill. Now new partner C brings 10,000 for 20%, brings 10,000 for goodwill. Not for capital, he brings 10,000 for goodwill. And by bringing the 10,000, he acquires 20% share in profit. So gain of C 20%. Now this C has gained 20%. Who sacrificed in his favor? A sacrificed 60% of 20. B sacrificed 40% of 20. So sacrifice of A is 20 into 60%. 12 is the sacrifice of A. 12% is the sacrifice of A. And the sacrifice of B is 20 into 40%. A is the sacrifice of B. Sacrificing ratio is 12:8 or 60:40, same, 3:2. Now new share in profit 12 plus 8, 20. New share in profit 60 minus 12, 48. 40 minus 8, 32. 20. This is the new profit sharing ratio. So this is the new profit sharing ratio that I have worked out. Now, this is the details of the practical illustration given to you. A and B are the partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2 or say 60%, 40%. New partner C is admitted. He is to be given 20% share in profit. For that, he brings 10,000 for goodwill. This is the information given to you. How to account for it? Whatever the amount brought by the new partner, for that cash and bank account is to be debited. So cash and bank account is to be debited with 10,000 brought by a new partner for 20% share in profit. So cash and bank account debit 10,000. Now which account is to be credited? Sacrificing partner's capital account is to be credited in the ratio of sacrifice. Now see this 10,000. A has sacrificed 60% of 20. 20 is the share of new partner. A has contributed 60% of 20. B has contributed 40% of 20. So 60%, 40%, 3:2 is the sacrificing ratio. So A gets 10,000 into 60%, 6,000. B gets 10,000 into 40%, 4,000. So cash and bank account debit 10,000. To A's capital account credit 6,000. To B's capital account credit 4,000. This is how the journal entry is to be recorded, and that has been mentioned over here. Whenever write the entry for cash brought, cash and bank account is debited, and sacrificing partner's capital account is to be credited. Sacrificing partner's capital account, A and B are the sacrificing partners, their capital account is to be credited. So A's capital account credit 6,000, B's capital account credit 4,000. Now see. So what is the style of writing the entry? Cash and bank account debit 10,000 to A's capital account credit 6,000 to B's capital account credit 4,000. This is the first style of writing the entry. There is an optional style. Alternative style, either or. So second style, C brought 10,000, cash account debit 10,000 to goodwill account credit 10,000. Now the goodwill account there has been credited. Debit goodwill account in the second entry. Goodwill account debit 10,000 to once again A's capital account credit 6,000 to B's capital account credit 4,000. This is the alternative style of writing the entry. There is a third style of writing the entry. Who brought 10,000? C brought 10,000. So cash account debit 10,000 to C's capital account credit 10,000. Now C pays out of his capital 6,000 to A and 4,000 to B. So what's the first entry, alternative entry that I have recorded? Cash and bank account debit 10,000. Cash or bank account debit 10,000 to C's capital account credit 10,000. Now from C's capital account transfer 6,000 to A's capital account. Transfer 4,000 to B's capital account. So second entry, optional entry, C's capital account debit 10,000 to A's capital account credit 6,000 to B's capital account credit 4,000. So how many optional ways of writing the entry that I have suggested? 1. Cash account debit 10,000, A's capital account credit 6,000, B's capital account credit 4,000. Now second option. Cash account debit 10,000 to goodwill account credit 10,000. Goodwill account is to be debited with 10,000 to A's capital account credit 6,000 to B's capital account credit 4,000. Third option. Cash account debit 10,000 to C's capital account credit 10,000. C's capital account debit 10,000 to A's capital account credit 6,000 to B's capital account credit 4,000. So these are the three optional ways with which you can write the entry. Now, A got 6,000, B got 4,000. Now A and B have an option either to keep these funds in their capital account in the firm, or if they want to withdraw, they can withdraw it. So if A wants to withdraw 6,000 that he got, so A withdraws 6,000. A is the receiver, debit the receiver. A's capital account debit 6,000 to cash and bank account credit 6,000. Similarly, B is the another partner who is getting 4,000. He has an option either to keep this 4,000 in the firm, or if he wants to withdraw, he can. If he wants to withdraw full amount, he can withdraw 4,000. If he wants to withdraw 50% of the amount, he can withdraw 50% of the amount. Suppose that if he withdraws 50% of 4,000, means he withdraws 4,000 into 50%, 2,000. B is the receiver, debit the receiver. B's capital account debit 2,000 to cash or bank account credit 2,000. This is how follow-up withdrawal entries gets recorded. Now, after explaining this concept, I advise you to refer to sum number 10, 11, 12 and 13 in the DVD for better understanding of this option, of this accounting concept for goodwill. Now let me proceed with the next. Next option, goodwill brought in cash, goodwill account is there in the books, goodwill is maintained at its old value. This is the second option. Now, this is what I want to consider. When goodwill is to be disclosed at its old value, new partner brings goodwill in cash. Goodwill account is there in the books and the goodwill is to be maintained at the old value. This option I am considering. In such circumstances, old value, old goodwill will be written off to the old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio. What is the first step to be followed? Whatever the book value of goodwill is there, that book value of goodwill is in the books of old partnership firm. Old partners are the owner of that goodwill and write off that goodwill in the old profit sharing ratio, or the other way to explain the same thing. This goodwill exists in the balance sheet of old partnership firm. Old partners are the owner of that goodwill asset. Before admission of a partner, distribute that assets to the old partners in the old profit sharing ratio. So, old value, the balance sheet value of goodwill before admission is to be written off. One way of explanation. Balance sheet value of goodwill is to be distributed to the old partners in the old profit sharing ratio. Same thing explained to you in a different terminology. So, first step that is suggested is, whatever the goodwill value is there in the balance sheet, write it off in the old ratio, or the other way, distribute that goodwill to the old partners in the old profit sharing ratio. That is the first step. Now, when you write off the goodwill as given in the balance sheet, what happens? Goodwill is not there in the balance sheet now. When you write off the goodwill, goodwill is not there in the balance sheet. So, now the option has become aligned to the first one. New partner brings cash. Goodwill account is not there in the books. When you write off the goodwill, goodwill account is not there in the books. So, what we have understood here? Now, whatever the goodwill is brought by a new partner, that is to be distributed to the sacrificing partners in the ratio of sacrifice. Now, look at the second step. In second phase, the goodwill that is brought by a new partner will be credited to old partner's capital account in the sacrificing ratio. This is what we have done in the first option. So, in second option, there was a goodwill in the balance sheet. We have written off the goodwill in the old ratio. So, now the second option has become, after operating this first step, after writing this first entry, what has happened? The second option has converted into first option. So now whatever the goodwill is brought by the new partner is to be credited to the sacrificing partner's capital account in the ratio of sacrifice. Now that is done. Now he says that the old value of goodwill should appear in the balance sheet. Now when the old value of goodwill is to be appear in the balance sheet after admission, then goodwill is to be raised. Goodwill is to be raised after admission of a new partner. So goodwill will be raised in the new profit sharing ratio. So to disclose the old value of goodwill in the third step, the old value of goodwill will be debited and all partners' capital account including new partner in the new profit sharing ratio. Consequently, the old value of goodwill will reappear in the new balance sheet as desired by the partners. Now in third step, what you have to do? You want to show the old value of goodwill. So goodwill is to be raised. When you raise the goodwill account is to be debited. And in which ratio partner's capital account is to be credited? When do you raise the goodwill? Before admission or after admission? After admission. So it should be credited to the partner's capital account in the new profit sharing ratio. This is the theory explanation. Now let me take one practical illustration for explanation. But I suggest you to refer to sum number 19 and sum number 20 in DVD to understand these three concepts once again. They are already there in your DVD, self-learning DVD. After this, you can refer to these sums. And all these sums have been explained in detail in DVD, these sums in the lectures for this sum. But in spite of that, let me take one small illustration to explain this concept. Observe it. When the share sacrificed by the old partner is not specified, means old ratio is the sacrificing ratio. Okay. A and B are the partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 60%, 40%, means 3:2. C is a new partner. The book value of goodwill is 25,000 and is to be maintained after admission. C brings rupees 10,000 for 20%, rupees 10,000 for 20% share in goodwill. Now see, new partner brings goodwill in cash 10,000. What is his share? 20% share. So for 20% share, new partner brings 10,000 for goodwill. But when the new partner is admitted, there is a balance of goodwill account in the balance sheet of the old firm to the extent of 25,000. That's a new point. Now this 20% share is acquired by C from A and B in the ratio of old profit sharing ratio is a sacrificing ratio. So C got 20%, 60% of 20 from A, 60% of 40% of 20 from B. This is the new profit sharing ratio. 12:8:5 is the new profit sharing ratio. Now what is the details of the sum given to A and B are the partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 60%, 40%. C is admitted as a partner with 20% share in profit. He brings 10,000 for his share in goodwill. At the time of admission, goodwill appears in the books at rupees 25,000. This is the details of the sum. What is the first step? In such circumstances, old goodwill be written off to old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio. Now the old value of goodwill means goodwill that appears in the balance sheet before admission is known as old value. Old value 25,000 is to be written off in the old profit sharing ratio. Old profit sharing ratio is 60%, 40%. So 25,000 into 60%. 25,000 into 60%, 15,000. 25,000 into 40%, 10,000. So this 25,000 goodwill, who is the owner of that goodwill? A and B are the owner of that goodwill. That goodwill asset appears in the balance sheet. Partner wants to take away that asset before admission of a new partner. Or the other way of saying, the goodwill 25,000 is written off in the old profit sharing ratio. So share of A in this goodwill is 15,000. Share of B in this goodwill of 25,000 is 10,000. When you write it off. When you write the goodwill off, what is to be done? Partner's capital account is to be debited and goodwill account is to be credited. So A's capital account debit 15,000, B's capital account debit 10,000, to goodwill account credit 25,000. This is how goodwill is to be written off. Or goodwill asset distributed to the old partners in the old profit sharing ratio. For that also the same entry. What is the entry? A's capital account debit 15,000, B's capital account debit 10,000, to goodwill account credit 25,000. Now, brings. Now what's the second situation? New partner brings 10,000 for his share of goodwill. That 10,000 will be distributed to the sacrificing partners in the ratio of sacrifice. So 10,000 into 60%. 6,000 A gets and B gets 4,000. Now see. Second step. Whatever the cash is brought by a new partner for goodwill, that is to be distributed among sacrificing partners in the ratio of sacrifice. So what's the entry that we have studied in this first option? Cash or bank account debit 10,000, to A's capital account credit 6,000, to B's capital account credit 4,000. So goodwill brought in cash distributed among sacrificing partners in the ratio of sacrifice. This second step is considered. Now I want to disclose. Goodwill is to be maintained at old value. Now admission is given, new partner is already entered. After that, we want to show the goodwill in the balance sheet to the extent of 25,000, which is equal to old value. So now we are required to raise the value of goodwill. The goodwill value is 0 before you raise it. Now you raise it to 25,000. So there is an increase in value of goodwill 25,000. That 25,000 increase in value of goodwill will be credited to all the partners, including C, in the new profit sharing ratio. So what's the increase in value of goodwill? 25,000. That is to be distributed to A, B and C in the new profit sharing ratio. What's the new profit sharing ratio? 12 is to 8 is to 5. 12 plus 8 plus 5, 25. 25,000 is to be distributed in the ratio of 12 is to 8 is to 5. So what's the third entry for the third step? Goodwill account debit 25,000, to A's capital account credit 12,000, to B's capital account credit 8,000, to C's capital account credit 5,000. This is how goodwill is raised, and that goodwill will appear in the balance sheet. What is the value of goodwill that will appear in balance sheet after admission? 25,000. Once again, what was the goodwill in the balance sheet before admission? 25,000. What we did in the first step, we wrote it off. Distributed amongst old partners in the old profit sharing ratio. Then new partner brought cash for goodwill, that is to be credited to the sacrificing partners in the ratio of sacrifice. And after that, goodwill is raised again to the level of old value 25,000. At that time, we operated raising of goodwill with the help of new profit sharing ratio, that is 12 is to 8 is to 5. Now, let me go to the next situation. Goodwill account is there. In the books, new partner brought cash, goodwill account is there, goodwill maintained at new value. This is what I want to consider. Third option. Goodwill is to be disclosed at new value. First of all, new value of goodwill is to be determined. Then computation of difference of value, difference of old value and new value is to be undertaken, computation is to be undertaken. Accordingly, the value of goodwill will be increased or decreased. The share of goodwill of our new partner that is brings in cash will be credited to his capital account. In this case, if the old value is more than the new value, the difference will be debited to the goodwill account and credited to the old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio. And if old value is less than new value, the difference will be credited to goodwill account and debited to the old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio. The following illustration would illustrate this. Now, for this purpose, you are requested to refer to sum number 19, 21 and 22. They are already there in DVD. These are the sums that you are supposed to refer to understand this concept. But in spite of that, let me take one illustration and explain the same concept right now. Now, which option we are discussing? New part or brought cash for goodwill. Goodwill is already there in the balance sheet. New partner brings cash for goodwill. Goodwill is already there in the balance sheet. And after admission, goodwill is to be maintained at the new value. This is the option that we have. So, which are the three conditions? Goodwill is there in the old form. New partner brings cash for goodwill. Goodwill is to be disclosed at a new value. Valuation made at the time of admission. What is to be done? First of all, find out the new value of goodwill. So, valuation of goodwill, determine value of goodwill at the time of admission. Compare that with the book value. When you compare it, what are the outcomes? Either there is an increase in value or there is a decrease in value. If there is an increase in value, that should be credited to the old partner's capital account in the old ratio. And when there is a decrease in value, the same decline in the value of asset is a loss. That loss should be debited to the old partner's capital account in the old ratio. And whatever the goodwill is brought by a new partner is to be credited to the capital account of a new partner. This is what has been explained over here. Now let me take illustration. This we have done so many times. A and B are the partners, sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 60%, 40%. New partner C is admitted. Book value of goodwill is 25,000. C brings 20,000 for 20% share in goodwill. Goodwill is to be disclosed at new value after admission. Now see. What is the details of the sum? A and B are the partners, share profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2, means 60%, 40%. New partner is admitted with 20% share in profit. New partner brings 20,000 for goodwill. Goodwill already appears in the books at 25,000. And the new value of goodwill is to be disclosed in the books of the firm. Now, what is the first thing that you should do? Find out the new value of goodwill, value determined at the time of admission. That is the first step. What is the second step? Compare the new value with the old value and find, is there any increase in the value of goodwill or is there any decrease in the value of goodwill? That is the second step. Third step, increase in value of goodwill is to be credited to the old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio, and decrease, if at all there is a decrease in the value of goodwill, that is to be debited to the old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio. Third step is over. And whatever the cash brought by a new partner for goodwill has to be credited to the capital account of the new partner. That is step number 4. Observe it. First step, determine the value of goodwill. This is usual. 20% gets 12% from A, 8% from B. This is a new profit sharing ratio. Now you know it very well. First step, determine the value of goodwill. C brings 20,000 for 20% share in goodwill. So 20% share is equal to 20,000. How much is the 100% value thereof? So to find out the value of goodwill, we are required to divide 20,000 divided by 20%. So the determined value of goodwill is 1 lakh. 1 lakh is the value determined for goodwill at the time of admission. What is the book value of goodwill? 25,000. How much is the increase in value of goodwill? 75,000. This 75,000 is the increase in value of goodwill. So first step, determine the new value, 1 lakh. Second step, find the increase or decrease in value of goodwill. Increase in value of goodwill in this sum, 75,000. Now this 75,000 is to be distributed between A and B in the old profit sharing ratio. Share of A is 60%, share of B is 40%. So 75,000 into 60%, 45,000. and 75,000 into 40%, 30,000. Now, increase in value of goodwill distributed to A and B. First step, find the value of goodwill at the time of admission. Second step, compare that with the book value and find increase or decrease. If there is an increase, old partner's capital account is to be credited. So here there is an increase, old partner's capital account is to be credited. So goodwill account debit 75,000. To A's capital account credit 45,000. To B's capital account credit 30,000. Second step, increase. Third entry. Fourth, how much is the goodwill brought by a new partner? New partner brought 20,000. That 20,000 is to be credited to the capital account of C. So cash or bank account debit 20,000. To C's capital account credit 20,000. This is how accounting of this option is made. By that, what will happen? The goodwill will appear in the balance sheet. Add 25,000 plus 75,000, 1 lakh. That is the new value of goodwill. Once again, goodwill is there in the balance sheet 25,000. New partner brings 20,000 or 20% share in goodwill. Goodwill is to be disclosed at the new value. These are the prerequisites for the sum. Steps for the purpose of solving the sum. Determine the new value of goodwill. Step number 1. Compare that with book value and find the increase or decrease. Step number 2. If there is an increase, it is to be credited to the old partner's capital account in the old ratio. Step number 3. Whatever the cash is brought by new partner for goodwill is to be credited to his capital account. These are the steps to be followed. In future, what will happen? This 1 lakh when written off, in future, then this raised value, new value of goodwill 1 lakh that is shown in the balance sheet, that is going to be written off in future anytime. At that time, it will be written off in the new profit sharing ratio. And in that 1 lakh, the share of C is 20,000. 20% share is 20,000. At that time, C's capital account will be debited with 20,000. That has been credited now at 20,000 to the capital account of C. This is how the future effect will take care of everything. So, I have tried to explain this concept. So, this first option is over. Once again, what are the entries? Goodwill account debit to A's capital account to B's capital account. Cash account debit 20,000 to C's capital account credit 20,000. These are the entries. Now let me proceed with the next. Now 1, 2 and 3 options are over. Now I want to switch over to this one. Observe it. Goodwill is not brought in cash. When the goodwill account is not there in the books of the firm, that option I want to take care of. New partner does not bring cash for goodwill. And the goodwill account is not there in the books of the firm. There is no goodwill that appears in the balance sheet of the firm before admission. Now, in such situation, what's the situation? New partner does not bring goodwill in cash. Goodwill is not there in the balance sheet of our old firm. That's the situation. Goodwill account is raised in the books of the firm before admission and written off after admission. That's a principle. Find the value of goodwill of the firm. First step. Raise the goodwill in the books of the firm by crediting old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio. Then give an admission to a new partner. After that, write off the goodwill in the new profit sharing ratio. Write off the goodwill in the books of the firm by debiting partner's capital account in the new profit sharing ratio. For this, you can refer to sum number 14 and 15. They are already there in DVD. But in spite of that, let me take one illustration to explain you the concept. A and B are the partners. Share profits and losses in the ratio of 60%, 40%. New partner C is admitted with 20% share in profit, but does not bring rupees 20,000 for goodwill. He should have brought 20,000 for his share of goodwill, but he is not bringing. and he is given admission in a firm with 20% share in profit. So here, share of 20%, sacrifice of A, you know that 12%, sacrifice of B 8%. This is a new profit sharing ratio. Now you know it very well because it has been repeated often and again. Now, first step, find the value of goodwill. 20% value is 20,000. So what is 100% value? Goodwill of the firm, 20,000 divided by 20%, that amounts to 1 lakh. Find out the full value of goodwill of the firm. Full value of goodwill is 1 lakh. First step is over. Raise the goodwill in the books of the firm by crediting old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio. Old profit sharing ratio is 60%, 40%. So this 1 lakh is to be credited to the old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio 60%, 40%. A gets 60,000, B gets 40,000. Goodwill account debit 1 lakh to A's capital account credit 60,000 to B's capital account credit 40,000. This is the effect of this second step. Now new partner is admitted. Write off the goodwill in the books of the firm by debiting partner's capital account in the new profit sharing ratio. Now this is the new profit sharing ratio. After admission, what happens? Goodwill is to be written off. When you write off the goodwill, what happens? It has to be written off in the new profit sharing ratio. So 1 lakh written off in the ratio of 48 is to 32 is to 20. So share of A is 48,000, share of B is 32,000, share of C is 20,000. When you write off the goodwill, partner's capital account is to be debited. So A's capital account debit 48,000, B's capital account debit 32,000, C's capital account debit 20,000, to goodwill account credit 1 lakh. So in the first entry, in the first step, we found out the value of goodwill. In the second entry, we raised the goodwill. So goodwill account debit to A's capital account credit 60,000, B's capital account credit 40,000. When we write off the goodwill, A's capital account debit 48,000, B's capital account debit 32,000, C's capital account debit 20,000, to goodwill account credit 1 lakh. Goodwill written off. So all the three steps are operated. What will happen? What is the ultimate effect? Net effect? The net effect is that C's capital account debit 20,000 to A's capital account credit 12,000 to B's capital account credit 8,000. So when the goodwill is not brought by a partner, the amount is deducted from his capital account and the same amount is credited to the sacrificing partners in the ratio of sacrifice. That's the philosophy. Now, this is what I have explained. Here I have applied revaluation method. In this method, the goodwill is revalued, and by that revaluation, whatever the increase or decrease is there, that is to be transferred to the old partner's capital account in the old ratio. Now, I want to consider this thing still bit in more detail. Now here I have already explained this sum to you by applying revaluation method. But at national level, in light of accounting standard 10, there is a bit different suggestion. Just observe. New partner does not bring cash for his share of goodwill in such situation. Goodwill account should not be raised in the books of the firm. What I did in the previous explanation, goodwill account was raised by 1 lakh. Goodwill account debit 1 lakh to A's capital account credit 60,000 to B's capital account credit 40,000. I have raised the goodwill. Accounting standard 10 says that you should not raise the goodwill account. And it is adjusted directly to the partner's capital account. So without raising goodwill account, the adjustment effect is to be given directly to the capital accounts of the partner. This is the recommendation of accounting standard 10. And everybody should follow accounting standard 10. That is the opinion of many teachers at the national level. But in spite of that, we find in our books that goodwill is raised by revaluation method and return off after admission. We find this type of method. Why? The reason is, this accounting standard is there, AS10. That accounting standard is implemented by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. The application of accounting standard is made mandatory for the corporate existence, corporate personalities, and this is a partnership firm. And in a partnership act, they have not made compulsory compliance of the accounting standards. So in partnership act, nowhere you are told that you should comply with all the accounting standards when you write the books of accounts of the partnership firm. There is no such suggestion. So when there is no such suggestion, even if you follow revaluation method and come to the same effect, and you are going to get the same accounting effect by not complying with revaluation method. So I am indifferent for both the methods. I don't say that revaluation method should not be operated and only this method should be operated. No, not like that. Because outcome is same. So from pure accounting point of view, I am indifferent to any methods. But just for your knowledge, I say that as per accounting standard 10, you should not follow the revaluation method that I suggested. You should follow this optional method. Now let me operate it. Find the share of new partner in goodwill, which he should bring at the time of admission. Now look at the sum. He should bring 20,000 for goodwill. He is not bringing goodwill. Debit the new partner's capital account or current account for this goodwill. So his capital account is to be debited with 20,000. He is not bringing cash. Fine. Then whatever the cash is that he is bringing for capital, from that capital debit 20,000. There is a charge for goodwill. And credit that 20,000 to the sacrificing partner's capital account in the ratio of sacrifice. So share of new partner in goodwill is to be the share of new partner in goodwill is to be credited to the sacrificing partner's capital account in the profit sacrificing ratio. Now, how much amount C should bring for goodwill? 20,000. For that, C's capital account is to be debited with 20,000. And A's capital account is to be credited with 12,000. B's capital account is to be credited with 8,000. So this is the entry that you should write. C's capital account debit 20,000. To A's capital account credit 12,000. To B's capital account credit 8,000. This is the entry that you should write without raising goodwill account. That is the suggestion of accounting standard 10. And in your textbook also, they have worked out the net effect which complies with the accounting standard 10. Anyway, let me proceed to the next. For this, you can refer to sum number 16. Up till now, I have considered these many options 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 options are considered. Now I want to start with this option. What is the situation in this option? Now I want to start with this option. What is the situation? Goodwill not brought in cash 1. Goodwill account is there in the books of the partnership firm. Third, determine revalued value of goodwill is equal to old disclosed value in the books of the firm. This option I want to consider. Now, at the time of admission of a partner, valuation of goodwill is made. That value is exactly equal to the value that appears in the books of the old firm. So there is neither increase in the value of goodwill nor there is a decrease in the value of goodwill. So when there is no increase or decrease in value of goodwill, need not be accounted for by transferring to the old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio increase or decrease in value. So no entry. Observe it. This is what I want to consider. In these circumstances, no change in the value of goodwill is recorded. Therefore, no accounting treatment is required. Goodwill that appears in the balance sheet can be written off after admission of a new partner in a new profit sharing ratio. For that, you can refer to sum number 18. Now, that is already there in DVD. Now, in spite of that, let me explain this concept by taking one small illustration. Now you know that A and B are the partners, sharing profits and losses 60%, 40%, 100%. New partner C is admitted. He is getting 20% share in profit, 12% from A and 8% from B. This is a new profit sharing ratio that I have worked out for you in so many explanations. Now what's the situation? New partner, book value of the goodwill is 25,000. New partner C does not bring 5,000 for 20% share in goodwill. Now see, what is the balance sheet value of goodwill? 25,000. How much new partner is supposed to bring on the basis of valuation made at the time of admission? He is required to bring 5,000 for how much share? 20% share. So 20% value is equal to 5,000. What is the total value of goodwill? Now in such situation, for 20% share in profit, new partner brings only 5,000. So 20% value is equal to 5,000. What is the 100% value? Let me work it out. 5,000 divided by 20%. So valuation of goodwill made at the time of admission is 25,000. Book value is also 25,000. There is neither increase or decrease in the value, so no entry. And no entry is to be recorded for accounting for goodwill at the time of admission. But after admission, if partners decide to write off the amount of goodwill, they can write off in the new profit sharing ratio, that is 12:8:5. If they don't want to show goodwill in the balance sheet after admission, they should write off. And if they decide to write off, then A's capital account debit 12,000, B's capital account debit 8,000, C's capital account debit 5,000, to goodwill account credit 25,000. That entry gets recorded when it is decided to be written off, and that too in the new profit sharing ratio. This is how it should be done. Next. When determined value of goodwill is more than the old disclosed value in the books. Now see, at the time of admission, goodwill valuation is made. That value is found to be more than book value that exists in the old form. New partner does not bring cash for goodwill. How to account for it? For that, in this case only addition of goodwill will be debited, that is increased value in goodwill will be debited to the goodwill account and credited to the old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio. You can refer to sum number 17(1) for that. Goodwill that appears in the balance sheet can be written off after admission of a partner in a new profit sharing ratio. Now let me take one illustration. For writing off, you can refer to sum number 18, that is there in DVD. Now you know that A and B are the partners sharing profits and losses 60%, 40%. C is admitted with 20% share in profit. A sacrificed 12%, B sacrificed 8%. This is the new profit sharing ratio, you know it now. Now, look at it. Book value of goodwill is 25,000. So in balance sheet of old partnership firm, value of goodwill is 25,000. C does not bring 10,000. Does not bring 10,000 for 20% share in goodwill. So 20% value is equal to 10,000. 20% value is equal to 12,000. What is 100% value? So first step, find out the value of goodwill that is determined at the time of admission of a partner. So at the time of admission, 10,000 divided by 20%. 50,000 is the value of goodwill determined for the firm. From there, book value 25,000 is deducted. So increase in value of goodwill is 25,000. This 25,000 increase in the value of goodwill should be given to old partners A and B in the ratio of 60%, 40%. 25,000 into 60% is equal to 15,000. And 25,000 into 40%, that amounts to 10,000. Increase in value of goodwill, goodwill account debit 25,000, to A's capital account credit 15,000, to B's capital account credit 10,000. This is how increase in value of goodwill is to be recorded. Now at the time of admission, the value of goodwill will be 25,000 plus 25,000, 50,000. After admission of C, if partners decide to write off the goodwill, the total value of goodwill is 50,000. If they decide to write off the goodwill after admission, they have to write off in the new profit sharing ratio, that is 12:8:5. So if you write off 50,000 in the ratio of 12:8:5, what is the entry? When you write off the goodwill, partner's capital account is to be debited. So A's capital account debit 24,000, B's capital account debit 16,000, C's capital account debit 10,000, to goodwill account credit 50,000. That is the entry that gets recorded if you want to write off the goodwill. That you can once again refer to in sum number 18. So what's the situation? New partner does not bring cash for goodwill. Goodwill appears in the balance sheet at 25,000. The valuation of goodwill made at 50,000. Increase in value of goodwill 25,000. That is credited to the old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio. Done. Now after that partner is admitted, after admission, if partners decide to write off the total value of goodwill, that means what's the total value of goodwill? 25,000 old value plus increase 25,000, 50,000. If they want to write off 50,000, they have to write off in the new profit sharing ratio, that is 12:8:5. Now let me consider the next. The determined revalued value of goodwill is less than the old disclosed value in the books of the firm. What is the situation? New partner does not bring cash for goodwill. The value of goodwill exists in the balance sheet. Once again, the valuation of goodwill is made at the time of admission. The new value determined is less than the book value. That is the situation. Observe it. In this case, only reduction in the value of goodwill amount will be credited to goodwill account. That is, decreased value on goodwill will be credited to goodwill account and debited to the old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio. Now see. For that, you can refer to sum number 17(1), and goodwill that appears in the balance sheet can be written off after admission in the new profit sharing ratio. For that, you can refer to sum number 18. That is the indemnity. Let me take the illustration to explain this concept. A and B are the partners, sharing profits and losses 60-40, 100%. C is given 20% share in profit. He acquires 12% from A, 8% from B. The new profit sharing ratio is 48:38, 32:20. This is the new profit sharing ratio. Now you know it very well. Book value of goodwill is 30,000. Goodwill exists in the balance sheet. Book value of goodwill is 30,000. C does not bring 5,000 for 20% share in goodwill. C is given 20% share. He should bring 5,000 for that. He is not bringing that. So in this situation, first of all, you have to find out the valuation of goodwill made at the time of admission of C. So 20% value is equal to 5,000. What is 100% value? So 5,000 divided by 20% is the new value of goodwill. This 25,000 is the valuation made for goodwill is less than book value 30,000. Book value of goodwill is 30,000. Valuation made is 25,000. How much is the decrease in value of goodwill? 5,000. This is a loss. That loss has to be suffered by old partners A and B in the ratio of 60%, 40%. So 5,000 into 60%, 3,000. 5,000 into 20%. 5,000 into 60%, 3,000. 5,000 into 40%, 2,000. That is the loss to be borne by A and B. So A's capital account debit 3,000, B's capital account debit 2,000, to goodwill account credit 5,000. That is the entry. Decrease in value of goodwill 5,000. This 5,000 will be distributed between A and B in the ratio of 60-40, 3:2. Share of A 3,000, share of B 2,000. Now when you write off the goodwill, it was 30,000 in the old form. 5,000 are written off. So the new value of goodwill is 25,000. That new value of goodwill 25,000 can be either continued in the books of accounts or after admission, immediately after admission or subsequently after admission. If they decide to write off this 25,000, that has to be written in the new profit sharing ratio, that is 12:8:5. And in that situation, when you write off the goodwill 25,000 after admission, what is the entry? When you write off the goodwill, partners' capital accounts are to be debited. So A's capital account debit 12,000, B's capital account debit 8,000, C's capital account debit 5,000, to goodwill account credit 25,000. This is how accounting has to be made in light of this point. Now, this is the option that I have discussed here before you. I have tried to explain you all this concept for accounting for goodwill, and that too as per the classification given to you in your textbook. I have already given you the references for the sums that you should refer to for better understanding, for more clear understanding. I think that you have followed all these things. Thanks to all of you.